Hello, captains and crewmen, traders and bounty hunters. Welcome to the Armitage News Network. My name's Captain Shaq, and this is the official outlet for news from the Armitage Free Company community. Whether you're flying through Orion and Star Citizen, fighting the Borg in Star Trek Online, or planting grapes in Life is Futile, you're still a member of ARMCO, and this news is for you. This week we focus in on Star Citizen and some of the most exciting information to drop in a while, character customization. How's it gonna work? How deep does the customization go? And what kind of options do these newly revealed systems open up? Some of the fleet officers, myself included, found ourselves crash landing on a planet in Imperium Galactic Survival this week, forced to survive on a hostile world with nothing but a pistol and a motorcycle. And the Federation fleet continues its build-up operations in Star Trek Online and goes toe-to-toe against the Voth Fortress ship. This week in Star Citizen, we got a look at the up-and-coming Zoom and Boom aircraft. Its standout feature is that it's a flying weapons platform that can hit hard and get out of combat quick. It lacks the shielding and general toughness of its beefier cousins. The Anvil Hurricane is a response to the Vandal threat. It's not actually a brand new design, but a blast from the past of the Tavarian War. Anvil has updated it as a light strike craft, with its centerpiece being a giant man turret. It's all about strafing runs and massive amounts of damage quickly. To get the most out of this vessel, it'll take a high level of teamwork between the pilot and the gunner to effectively use this ship's strengths to its advantage. Basically, that turret and the engines are the only saving grace this bird has. Character customization had its own time to shine this week in the latest episode of Around the Verse. We got a chance to see everything being swapped out, from shirts, jackets, armor, even weapon modules. The devs stated that character customization has the same basic issues that they had with ship customization. You need to be able to swap out weapons and gear on your ship, just like you need to be able to swap out hats, jackets, and boots on your body. So hey, they already had a system for ships that works, why not gank it and use it for characters? Just check out this footage of the devs' early work of these mounting points. So you start off with your character and then you start filling in the ports. Some items add more ports. So shirts, jackets, under armor, outer layers, just check out how they choose the location of this player's grenades. Now I really hope they keep that level of player choice. Being able to pick where I put my holster location, or say what part of my belt the grenades are gonna go on, or gear and equipment. It's that level of detail that we've never really seen in a sandbox title or any title before. They even talk about how layering is going to work. In most games, when you get, say, a jacket and you put it on, it defaults the shirt underneath it to whatever the artist thought went well with the jacket. Doesn't really matter what you had underneath it. Most developers avoid layering because it causes issues with clipping, and most systems just don't support it. And the devs don't want to take the time to build it out. So in this episode, they talked about zone culling, the ability for the engine to see that it doesn't actually need to render some objects that are underneath clothing and completely covered. It's a really neat system that's going to offer a massive level of detail for character customization. What shirt do I want under my jacket? And what undersuit do I want under my armor? Undersuits, by the way, are these full body pressurization suits. Think of it as like the base level of any gear you're going to wear outside into space. This goes under your armor. This mounting system opens up all kinds of gameplay elements that allow for more player choice, better player choice. So if you decide to, say, take out light armor, but it only comes with a single primary weapon mount point, then maybe you're starting to think, heavy armor could be better for this mission because it has 2 full weapon mounts and a bunch of smaller item mounts for, say, grenades and medical gear. The different armors can have different weights, changing the speed of your character for how fast they can run. Maybe you mix and match, so taking a bit of the light armor on your legs and maybe your arms, and then your chest piece is heavy. Maybe you take the heavy chest piece that has 2 full rifle mounts, but only take 1 gun, cutting that heavy chest piece impact on your character's sprint speed by lowering the weight because you only took 1 primary weapon. It's a neat system that could be curtailed for the player's playstyle. You can quickly see how such a system might take longer to develop, but opens up way more possibilities for players. They also confirmed 100% at some point you'll be carrying a weapon in your civilian clothing. It's something we all kind of assumed. Something you don't really do in Star Citizen at the moment in the current alpha build. I can't wait to choose what kind of pistol holster I'll have on my thigh. The last bit they showed off was a nice collection of clothing and armor. I'm digging that brown coat, by the way. If you want to know the gritty details about how this system works, I only briefly covered it. I recommend you check out the Around a Verse episode in the description. On to ARMCO community news. In Star Trek Online, the ARMCO Federation Armada continues to build up and take the fight to the Voth Fortress ship in a desperate attempt to protect the Alpha Quadrant. The Voth are a reptilian species originating from Star Trek Online's Earth. If you're interested in joining the ARMCO Federation Armada, contact information for Fleet Command can be found in the description. Earlier this week, I and a few members of the Discord community found ourselves desperately trying to survive on an unknown planet in Imperium Galactic Survival. Much fun was had, and the possibility of a community server may be coming soon. More testing is required. Members of ARMCO bravely jumped into the Hellion system this month, but sadly due to horrific navigation errors. When dealing with its early accessness, the system has been put on the watch and see list. Once things clear up, I'm sure new expeditions into the Hellion system will be more frequent occurrence for our fearless explorers. Star Marine training continues with events being hosted by ARMCO moderators. If you're looking to get your boots into combat or some fun dogfighting with the rest of the squadron, see the Discord for more information. We need to gauge how interested people are in these kind of events before we commit to more operations. That wraps up this netcast. My name's Captain Shaq. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, quick side note. If you're interested in jumping in and running and hosting events, go ahead and get on the Discord community, find like-minded people, and let me know what you guys are playing in the community, and maybe you'll be in the next episode. I'll see you guys next time.